Hey family, come closer. Because today I'm going to introduce you to somebody every black person needs to know. Ibrahim Traoré. If you haven't heard that name yet, you will and you should. Because this man might just be the spark that lights a fire they can't put out. Who is Ibrahim Traoré? He's the president of Burkina Faso, a small Western African country that has been through more coups, assassinations, and foreign manipulation than it should have survived. He's young, only in his mid-30s. He's military trained, disciplined, and unbought. And most importantly, he's unapologetically African. No begging, no bowing, no bending. Traoré didn't come to make peace with colonial leftovers. He came to clean house. And now the whole world's watching because he's not playing the role they scripted for African leaders. I need you to understand the world we're living in. The current global order, USA and Europe on top, Africa as the raw material supplier, depends on keeping Africa underdeveloped, divided, and desperate. That's not conspiracy talk. That's history. Because if Africa ever stands up and controls its gold, controls its cobalt, controls its uranium, controls its agriculture, controls its oil, the whole world economy shifts. And the West knows it. It's why they smile and shake hands at summits while pushing coups, debts, destabilizations, and media narratives beneath the table. Traoré is openly breaking the script. He's kicking out French military bases, he's severing ties with colonial banks, and he's aligning himself quietly with BRICS, not openly begging for loans, but talking about true partnerships. He's calling out hypocrisy on international stages. And he's doing it young, confident, unapologetic. That's terrifying to the West. Because here's the truth they don't want to admit. If Traoré is successful, Africa wins a seat at the real table, not as guests, as owners. Already, we are beginning to hear whispers in Western media. He's stealing his country's resources. He's becoming authoritarian. He's ruining democracy. Sound familiar? This is the same playbook they ran on Lumumba, Sankara, Nkrumah, and Gaddafi. Anytime a black leader says, our land, our resources, our future, they get labeled a threat, a dictator, a madman. Because the real crime isn't corruption. The real crime is independence. You may ask yourself, why is this bigger than Burkina Faso? If Traoré wins, it's not just Burkina Faso that rises. It's Mali, Guinea, Niger, Chad, and Congo. These are the richest lands in gold, uranium, cobalt, bauxite, and have the youngest, hungriest populations in the world. Africa has the youngest population on Earth. We are not the past. We are the engine of the future. And if the youth are emboldened by Traoré's success, it changes global politics forever. I want you to picture this. Every time a black life is taken unjustly in the streets of the West, they'll have to think twice because there'll be a unified Africa ready to check them with real power behind the outrage. Not just hashtags, not just protests, not just pleading for cameras to pay attention. I'm talking about real consequences, real leverage, real checks being written. When an African leader succeeds in taking full control of his nation's resources and destiny, it strengthens every black person globally, especially African Americans and those in the Caribbean. Because if Africa rises, African Americans and those in the Caribbean gain political leverage they've never had before. When Africa stands tall, it gives Black America a bargaining chip bigger than any hashtag, bigger than any viral video, bigger than any awareness campaign. Trade deals get influenced, embassies get pressured, policies get shifted, reparation conversations gain weight. It changes the math. It changes the conversation. It changes who the world fears offending. When black people anywhere are attacked, black power everywhere answers. That's why Traoré's fight isn't just his. It's ours too. It's yours too. So, my black family, we have to back him, not just with words, not just with Instagram posts, but with awareness, advocacy, pressure on media narratives, economic support where possible. Because here's the reality. If Traoré falls alone, they will use his fall as proof that Africa isn't ready for real leadership. But if he stands, if he thrives, it will send shockwaves through every system built on our oppression. So before I go, they held meetings centuries ago to decide where black people would sit at the global table. You know where they placed us? They placed us at the bottom, below the salt, below the scrapes. But what they never planned for was the day we would get up, build our own table, and rewrite the map. Ibrahim Traoré might just be one of the architects of that day, and every black person, whether you live in Accra or Atlanta, Nairobi or New York, Kingston, Lagos or Los Angeles, you need to know this. His victory is your victory. His power strengthens your power, and his freedom protects your freedom. Because if Africa rises, Black America rises with it. The Caribbean rises with it. If Africa stands, the next time a black life is taken unjustly in the streets of the West, it won't just be protest. It will be policy. It will be pressure. It will be power backing those demands. I'm talking about real power, economic power, global power, the kind of power they can't ignore anymore. So when you see Ibrahim Traoré's name in the news, know you're looking at a mirror of what's possible. This is bigger than one man. This is bigger than one country. This is the future they've been trying to prevent, and the future we must fight to protect. So Black family, this is our moment too. Let's move.